And staying in the Golden State, despite California having one of the best stretches of land to grow crops in the nation, it's not easy to run a farm in the state. A Southern California family farm shared with NTD's Jackie Rios what difficulties they're facing, coming from both inside and out.
A lot of the produce we consume every day comes from places like Mexico, Chile, Peru, and elsewhere. And some of it even comes from right here in urban California. But for how much longer? We visited Ann and Dan Manicero, third-generation farmers here in Orange County, to find out what's happening with family farms. The family said that no matter what they do, it's harder and harder to compete.
We have high cost of labor and obviously the fuel and all of that stuff that's going on. Whereas when they bring produce in from, say, somewhere like Mexico or one of the other countries, they don't have the minimum wage and they don't have the regulation and all of the things that we face here being American farmers.
She pointed out how much California pays compared to other states and even countries.
Well, for instance, California, I believe we have the highest minimum wage in the country, and which is $15 an hour. When you compare that to, say, Mexico, they're paying $3 an hour as compared to $15. They're basically getting like $15 a day, whereas we're paying that per hour.
On top of high wages, inflation is not only impacting the family's products, but also the cost of buying equipment to keep the farm in business.
When you grow produce, everything goes in a box. That cost has gone up 50% in the last year, if you can believe that. That cost of that tractor just went up 30% in the last year that we wanted to get. And they're not even available because there's supply issues with that.
While subsidies may be available to some U.S. farmers, Manicero Farm says they're on their own.
No, it's just an open market, supply and demand. If there's a lot, you don't get a good price. If there's a very little short crop, you might get a better price. But there's no subsidies for any kind of produce right now.
Since the conflict in Ukraine, headlines have recently come out of impending food shortages.
There's no shortages yet. They haven't harvested the wheat and the corn crops in the Midwest. They could get wiped out. It could be 50% less than they expect. So they can't, I mean, right now they're working on last year's products and crops. So, but going forward, there could be, of course, shortages.
According to the USDA, currently there are no food shortages. As for their farm, they hope to keep it in the family.
This is a designated green space, and hopefully it will always stay that way because we're running out of farmland. We're an urban farmer, and the more that the urban building encroaches on us, the less land we have to be able to farm.
The Maniceros said they hope the community can help support not just them, but other growers in the Golden State.
I just want to say you should support your local farms, especially in the way things are going now. You need the local farms. You want to eat healthy. You want to eat fresh produce and stay away from all the processed stuff.
Orange County was once dominated by agriculture, and although the landscape has changed dramatically, Manicero Farms is doing all it can to hold on and keep the family farm alive. Jackie Rios, NTD News, California.